So I actually graduated from nursing school and went straight into the hospital in med-surg. I didn't like it. And one of my friends, her sister was actually a boss at a nursing home and offered me a job. And of course I took it. So when I got in there, I knew that was it. I knew that's where I belonged. Just the elderly was it.
So my mom was a nurse manager in a facility, and I needed a better income because I had a newborn baby at a very young age. So she trained me to be an STNA. From that point on, I fell in love with healthcare.
I started out about the time I turned 18. I got a job as a ward clerk at the nursing home that I work at now. And I was taking the place of somebody that was out with cancer. And when she came back, I helped her train. And then I needed something a little bit more in depth to get in touch with the residents. So that was towards the end of COVID. And I got the temp CNA. I got that going. And I really enjoyed it. I wasn't expecting to fall in love with it, but I really did. So after that, I was like, I have to be a CNA.
Well, without this scholarship and a scholarship through my employer, I'm not sure that I would be able to return to school right now. You know, like I said, I have a 4-year-old son, and it just probably wouldn't be possible without scholarships.
Well, number one, worrying less about how to pay for, some classes, and then I won't have to work so much, and then it helps me go further with a bachelor's degree.
It helps me tremendously from a financial perspective because it's not a secret that college is expensive. And a working individual, you don't necessarily qualify for the same benefits and grants that you did when you were first starting out, maybe as a brand new LPN or an STNA. So being able to continue my education and having the funds to do it moves me closer to my goal to being able to move further in the long-term care as hopefully one day an administrator, to make the changes that I want to make in my community and in the long-term care setting.
This scholarship, the money helps obviously because it's hard to work and go to school, but just being awarded this scholarship really meant that like y'all see potential in me, even from just a little bit of information that I was able to give y'all, and it just gives me more like want to do better and like to keep going even when it's hard.
So I've worked in long-term care for about 12 years. I actually started working in the facility that I started working for right out of LPN school. I've loved long-term care. I really enjoy building those relationships with my patients as well as their families. I feel like being in long-term care allows me to have a positive impact on my patients daily rather than just here and there.
I love my residents. After I finished my RN, I worked for 7 months in the hospital setting, and it just wasn't the same. I love my grandmas and grandpas. I love my extended family. They're our family here. I love being able to help them through a challenging part of their life after they've spent their whole life helping out their families, the community. It's the least we can do.
In like normal patient care, you see them first however long and then they go on. I feel like in long-term care, you really get to become a part of their life and you just form a bond with them that's totally different than anywhere.
You need patience, especially with the elderly. Sometimes they like to test you, but it's very rewarding if you can stick it out.
Oh, definitely always remember that the nursing home is, at the end of the day, is the resident's home. and you should always treat it that way. Always treat your residents like they're your own family, because sometimes we are the only family that some residents see or even have. So the impact you have on their life can be tremendous.
It is so rewarding. You have to know getting into nursing that you can't do it for money. You have to do it because that's where your heart is and that's what you love to do.
Fall in love with what you're doing. Like, don't just do it for the money. Fall in love with nursing and take pride in your job, because it's one of the best fields that anyone can ever enter.